What if the woman who keeps pulling back isn't playing games, but protecting something she's already lost control of? Most guys read distance as disinterest. They see the mixed signals, the hot and cold behavior, and assume she's not that into them. But what if I told you that sometimes the ones who seem the most detached are actually the most invested? Here are 5 signs she's already emotionally attached to you, but too terrified to let it show. Sign 1. She remembers everything. She brings up that random story you told 3 weeks ago about your childhood dog. She asks about your job interview that you barely mentioned in passing. She knows your coffee order, your pet peeves, the way you laugh when something genuinely catches you off guard. This isn't casual listening. This is someone who's cataloguing pieces of you because losing them feels impossible. When a woman is emotionally detached, your words pass through her like water. When she's attached but scared, every detail becomes precious cargo she can't afford to drop. Sign 2. She creates distance after intimacy. The morning after you connect on a deeper level, she goes quiet. After a night where the conversation flows until 3 a.m., she takes longer to text back. After a moment where you both felt something real, she suddenly has plans, work stress, anything to create space. This isn't rejection, this is self-preservation. When someone has been hurt before, intimacy doesn't feel like connection. It feels like exposure. She's not pulling away because she doesn't care. She's pulling away because she cares too much, and that terrifies her. Sign 3. She tests your consistency. She cancels plans last minute to see if you'll get angry. She goes quiet for a day to see if you'll chase or give her space. She mentions other guys casually, watching your reaction from the corner of her eye. These aren't mind games, they're survival tactics. She's not testing whether you want her. She's testing whether you'll stay when things get complicated, whether you'll prove her fears right or show her something different. Every test is her heart asking the same question. Are you going to leave like the others did? Sign 4. She shows you her real self in small doses. She lets you see her without makeup for exactly 30 seconds before covering her face. She tells you about her anxiety, then immediately changes the subject. She shares a childhood memory that shaped her, then laughs it off like it doesn't matter. This is emotional attachment wrapped in protective armor. She's giving you pieces of her real self, but only as much as she can afford to lose. Each vulnerable moment is a test of your reaction, a careful calculation of whether it's safe to show you more. Sign 5. She fights harder than necessary. A small disagreement becomes a bigger conversation. A simple misunderstanding turns into her questioning everything. She gets upset about things that seem minor to you but feel massive to her. This isn't drama for drama's sake. This is someone whose heart is already invested, fighting against her own feelings. When you don't care about someone, you don't fight, you just leave. But when you're attached and scared, every conflict feels like life or death because losing this person has become unthinkable. The woman who's emotionally attached but too scared to show it lives in a constant state of internal contradiction. Part of her wants to run toward you, part of her wants to run away, and caught between those two impulses, she creates a push and pull dynamic that can drive you insane if you don't understand what's really happening. She's not confused about how she feels. She's terrified of what those feelings might cost her. She's not playing hard to get, she's playing hard to lose. Here's what most men get wrong. They try to fix the fear. They push for more commitment, more clarity, more certainty. But fear can't be reasoned with. It can only be replaced by something stronger. Safety, consistency, the quiet proof that you're not going anywhere, even when she gives you reasons to leave. The woman who's attached but scared doesn't need your words. She needs your presence. She doesn't need your promises. She needs your patience. She doesn't need you to break down her walls. She needs you to prove that it's safe for her to lower them herself. Because somewhere beneath all that protective distance, there's a heart that's already chosen you. It's just waiting to see if you're strong enough to handle that kind of trust, and gentle enough to deserve it. The question isn't whether she's attached. The question is, are you willing to love someone brave enough to be afraid and still choose you anyway? That's the kind of connection that changes everything, not because it's easy, but because it's real.